Check out this personalized mug that I made for myself. What is better than an embroidered personalized item? An item that's personalized with your photo. So join in and watch the demonstration on how I made this mug. Hi, this is Kandia with Kandia Haynesworth Designs, and thank you so much for joining in. You are looking at the 8-in-1 heat press from heatpressnation.com, and one of the attachments that is included in this unit is the mug press. And so I'm going to give a full demonstration on how to attach the unit and how to apply the image to the mug itself. So join in and watch how it's done. So this is the mug press unit that comes with that 8-in-1 from heatpressnation.com. And so what happens here is the 11-ounce mug attachment is already attached, but it comes with 3 other attachments. And so far we have the cone shaped one. All right, and then we have a larger mug attachment for a larger mug. And then we have the really large cone shaped mug attachment. All right, and so once again, the one that is already attached to the unit is a standard size 10 or 11 ounce attachment for a 10 or 11 ounce mug. All right, and so what you're going to need to attach this to your 8-in-1 is, in my opinion, you're going to need some kind of a pliers, and that is because my nails are kind of long. All right, and so you have little screws that you want to make sure that is attached tightly, and so to do that I am going to be using pliers. Okay, so this unit have 2 cords that needs to be plugged into the main unit. All right, and it's very easy to do in regards to attaching them. The only thing is, once again, I do have long nails, and so I was using the pliers to assist me with making sure that it was attached tightly. So if you don't wear nails, or if you are a male that don't have long nails, then you don't have to use the pliers. Okay, so this is the main unit, and once again we're going to attach the mug press to the main unit. All right, and then I just want to zoom in on where we are going. Okay, and we are actually going to direct our attention here. Okay, and that's going to be the first cord that we detach from the main unit and attach the mug press. Okay, so I'm just going to use my fingers for this one because this one is fairly easy, and as you can see I'm just unloosening it, and then I'm just going to pull it out, and then I'm going to pull the first cord. Let me just make sure that it's right. Actually, let me just grab the other cord. The first cord is going to go here, and I'm just going to plug it in and tighten this. Okay, and so the other side is under the brain or the structure of the main 8-in-1 heat press, so my fingers couldn't get under there. But as you can see, this first cord was very easy to attach. Now, if you are a little bit concerned about it being tightened, you can take your pliers and just kind of make sure that it's tightened like I did. But for the most part, it's very easy to attach. Okay, now the second cord is going to be on the other side. And as you can see, it is here. So I'm just going to turn it away so we can get a better view. And you see how my fingers can't really get there? So I would use a pliers because my nails can't really grip it the way I need it to be gripped. And so once you get it loosened, you can then get it. Okay, got it. And then you can easily just pull it out, and then you are going to attach the second cord for the mug press. All right, so I'm just going to bring it through here. See that? So this way it attaches very easy. I'm just going to plug it in, and then just screw that on like so. Wait, actually that's the wrong way. And then for me, once again, I'm not sure that it's tightened, so I just want to make sure. So I just like to grip it with my pliers and just make sure that it's tightened. Yep. All right, and so that's how you attach the both of the units. It's two cords that you pull out and two cords that you plug in and twist and screw, and it's locked. So the power button is on the main unit, all right? And so the mug press does not have a power button. So once again, it attaches to the main unit, and so that is where the power source is going to be, all right? And then when it comes on, you're going to see that it's off, and you just want to press OK, and then you're going to see that it's at Fahrenheit. You want to press OK, and then this was preset from before, but ideally, it's going to have some kind of degrees. Mine was at 385 degrees because that is what we heat the heat press the mugs on. All right, so you want to press OK again, and it's going to tell you where it's actually at. I'm sorry, in regards to time, 190 seconds, and then I pressed it again, and you see that it is on low. Now, for this particular heat press unit, it needs to be on low in order to start to heat up, and you will see that once it starts to heat up, this will actually change, and you will see the degrees appear on the screen. And it won't be super hot, but you will be able to feel the heat coming off of the mug press. All right, and so right now this mug press is cold, but shortly, because it doesn't really take a long time to get hot because this is not as big as the main unit, but you will feel the heat. If you just kind of put your hand above it, you'll be able to feel the heat coming off of the mug press, knowing that it is heating up. All right. Okay, so as you can see, this is starting to heat up, and I've already printed my image out for the mug, and I just want to show you that I printed it in the mirror image. Some programs will refer to it as flip, so you would have to flip the design in reverse, okay, because if you don't, then when you go to press it, it will press this way, and you don't want it to press backwards, okay. And so what I used was the Sawgrass Virtuoso 800. All right, and I believe that this is one of the best printers on the market. I absolutely love it. Okay, so basically, once again, you want to flip your image or reverse your image or mirror your image, whatever your computer or your software refers to, you have to flip it. You cannot print it the way you see it because it will then press on the opposite side. So what I'm going to do is going to grab a mug, and I'm going to tape it to the mug with some thermal tape. Okay, so we are going to be using heat transfer tape to attach the image, okay, and once again, the image is flipped in reverse, and I have my mug. The first thing you want to do is make sure that it fits, all right, and you want to just kind of align it the way you want it, and at this point, you can play with it and shift it the way you want it, all right, and so I just want to make sure that it's going all the way around. All right, and then you want to take your heat transfer tape and tape down one side, and once again you want to use your heat transfer tape because this is actually a special tape. So this is not a regular Scotch tape or anything like that. Regular Scotch tape will melt in your heat press, and so be sure that you purchase your heat transfer tape, and HeatPressNation.com does sell this, all right, and I like to put it at the end. I was told, because I'm not an expert on this yet, I was told that you want to make sure that your transfer tape is on the ends of your image, because if it is going across your image, then it could actually distort your image, or you can have spots appear when you go to press it. All right, and so my image actually starts in between, so I should be okay. All right, and so I'm just going to inspect it just to make sure that I like the alignment and the way it is aligned and where the positioning of the tape is. It is ready, and so now we just take it to the mug press. Okay, so the heat press is reading 385 degrees, and if you put your hand just above the mug press, you can feel the heat spewing off of the mug press. And so I like to use heat-resistant gloves so I do not get burned. All right, and now the way this heat press is made, you really can't get burned because your hand is really away from everything. But for the most part, I just like to always have heat resistant gloves on because I don't want to get burned, and I want to make sure that I don't get burned. So I'm going to grab the mug just a little bit closer to me, and my heat resistant gloves is kept right here. So I'm going to put them on, and you can buy heat resistant gloves as well at heatpressnation.com, as well as other areas online. I didn't buy these from heatpressnation.com. I believe I got these from Amazon, but I know that heatpressnation.com does sell these things as well. Okay, and so for the most part, you want to make sure that your tape is going to be right here, so on the edges, and this fit slides in very easily. You just want to slide it in like so. All right, and then I'm just going to make sure that the handle is in between, and so once I squeeze it together, it is going to pretty much apply pressure for 190 seconds. Okay, and so I'm just going to squeeze it. All right, and then, I'm just going to make sure that the pressure is tight, but you don't want to make sure that it's too tight because you don't want it to crack. And I just pretty much, turned this area right here. So I'll just get a little bit closer. So this wheel right here, I just turned it. All right, and this is not hot. All right, and the gloves were too thick to turn it. And so that's why I took the glove off. And now the timer is just counting down for the most part. I'll just let you glance at it, and when we come back, it will be time to release the mug. So as you can see, the mug press is counting down. We are down to 20 seconds, or just under 20 seconds. And I just want to show you that it is still baking or applying that image to it. And you're going to hear the heat press chime for a little bit, and it's going to indicate that that is the final 3 seconds, and it will be time to open it. And so I just pull it and release it, and then I'm just going to take my glove and pull it out like so. And this is going to be very hot, so I actually have a cooling area that is just above, and I'll actually show you what that looks like. It's just a little ledge, nothing fancy. Some people like to have a bowl of cool water. You know what? I move around too fast, and that water will end up on the floor, and so this area works for me. And if you are doing a bunch of mugs, you can just kind of have an area or a rack or a shelf or something like that, and just keep on going, and let them just do its thing by cooling off on its own. And that's what we will do. So when we return, we will take off the heat transfer tape and the image will be revealed, or my logo will be revealed on the mug. Okay, so when I first started the video, I started talking about how to make this personalized mug with your pictures, but yet I used my logo. And so I thought that I would just do one real quickly while we are waiting for the other mug to cool down, and just go over what I've used. Once again, I used the Sawgrass Virtuoso 800. It is called the Virtuoso SG 800, and I absolutely love this printer thus far. It is a bit pricey. This is not a $200 or $300 printer. It is more or less like a when you buy the top unit and the inks and stuff, it can be well over $2,000. So this is not something that is cheap. But those of you who are in the embroidery industry, if you are moving forward, then we're kind of used to spending thousands and thousands of dollars for our equipment, unfortunately. But that's what it is, especially if you want quality stuff. I went the cheap way. It did not work for me at all, and I am in the process of selling my less expensive printer. I need quality. I want quality, and so I, bit the bullet and invested in this. Okay, and so I wanted just to show you once again that we are making this personalized mug with my photo. Now I only have one photo printed, And I want to show you that when you print it, it is going to be a faded image. Don't panic like I did. I panicked because, once again, this is not a cheap printer. And even the paper itself is not a regular paper. All right. And so you have a special ink, you have special paper, and this top of the line or expensive printer. I did not want to see a faded image whatsoever. However, this is the way it's supposed to be. And once again, it is supposed to be reversed. So if you see the word boss here, it is backwards. All right, and you need it to be like so. So you cut your image down to the shape or the size of the mug like so. You're going to use your heat transfer tape once again. Your heat transfer tape to adhere on both sides like so. And just try to make sure that the tape doesn't get too much on your image. Once again, I'm just going to do the other side. And then we're going to take it to the heat press. And so when I come back, I will reveal both the logo mug and this image mug. Okay, so now let's reveal the first mug that I did, and this I used my logo from my company, and it's not actually an image, so that's why I did a second one so you can actually see. Because you know, logos, especially my logo, it's just black, really black ink, really, so it's no actual graphics. And I'm just going to peel it off, and it is very, very nice, very nicely done. And so this is a wonderful promo gift, you know, for a client. It makes a wonderful decoration in my office as well. And so that's what this looks like. Okay. And then for the image with my image on it, all right, I'm just going to move this out the way, and I'm going to just take this tape off. And once again, I was using the Sawgrass Virtuoso 800, and I love it. Oh, look at that. That's absolutely wonderful. All right. And so we use the heat press, the 8-in-1 heat press. They actually have a bunch of mug press, so you don't have to buy this big unit. I wanted it because I had all the attachments. But you don't have to buy it like that. You can actually buy a standalone mug press, and they have them in a variety of sizes and different ways that you can put on. And I actually thought about getting an extra one because they have one that's a upright mug press with a release, and it was under 300 bucks. And so I thought about getting a second one, but I want to wait to make sure that I get a little bit busier with mug orders before I order a second one. And so basically this is how you would put images. And if you wanted to do 3 images like the first mug that I have, then I just made the images smaller and just taped them all the way around. Simple as that. All right. I used the 8-in-1 heat press from heatpressnation.com. It was at 385 degrees Fahrenheit at 190 seconds. Okay, so that's 190 seconds that it took to apply the image to the mug at 385 degrees. Okay, and so that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If people want to know my actual thoughts on this mug press, I'll tell you what my thoughts are. When I first ordered this mug press, someone is Stan Banks here on YouTube. Stan Banks recommended that I should have gotten a standalone mug press, and I didn't understand why. I mean, considering you have all these attachments. And he had pretty much explained that, you know, to attach the mug press and detach it, to use the heat press, you know, it just kind of slows you down. And if you are a busy person or a busy business, then you know you don't have time to do that. And plus you have to wait for the units to cool down in between. And so I gotta tell you that I didn't understand what he was trying to tell me at first. Now I get it. However, I do have another heat press, but if I didn't have a heat press, then it would cost me some time in regards to moving from one project to another. So would I recommend this? Yes, I would recommend it, but I would tell you to keep in mind exactly what I was warned of. However, when I was warned, I had already ordered it. It was already en route, already on its way to me, and I did not want to cancel the order. And then I fell in love with the heat press as well, because it's a swing away heat press. All right. However, if you can order a standalone heat press and a standalone mug press, I probably, if I had the chance to do it all over again, that's what I probably would do. But I would order it from heatpressnation.com because they do have excellent customer service. All right, so that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click that little bell. Leave a comment below.